It's the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts, the nation's number one talk news and sports, where we bring you the best in conversation. And on the show today, like I always say, it will be your most authentic news experience. But on the news today, there's a lot to unpack, I must say. Aside from the fact that we're dealing with the issue of fuel scarcity. Because they're telling us that there's fuel. They've increased the amount of money that we have to pay to purchase fuel. But then the queues are still long. So it makes me really wonder, why are we having the queues? You promised. I mean, it's not that these promises are anything we can go by these days. But why do we have to still suffer? We don't have enough money to buy the fuel. Even with the little money we have, we still have to suffer. Queue, sleep at the fueling station till the next day to be able to buy fuel. I think it's just preposterous what's happening in this country, and questions need to be asked and answers must be gotten. Must being the operating word. Welcome to Hard Facts. My name is Maryann Okon. From now till 6 p.m. Promises to be a great conversation. We'll start off obviously with the three big stories for today, and then of course we'll move on to global review. Today we're going to Ghana. Ghana has put together new refining and mining laws most importantly. In other words, you can't just go and steal anything out of Ghana. You can't be flying helicopters into Ghana and just taking their stuff out of the ground. No. So what's Ghana doing that we can't do as Nigeria? We'll talk about that. And then on the last hour, we'll be looking at Atiku Abubakar's proposal to the Senate and the presidency on 6-year single tenure. And of course, that whole rotational presidency thing. Can it fly? Will it fly? Has it been ever done? Will it succeed? Well, welcome to Hard Facts. Let's go into the big three stories for today.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Welcome back. It's Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's look at the big three stories for today. I'll start. I would like to start with this. Take a listen. And then, of course, we'll go into the crux of the matter, or rather the details of the big three stories today. Take a listen.
Angry with the citizens. Yeah, I've said it several times. You can't see a group of people stealing your money, impoverishing you. You can't buy fuel, you can't buy anything, nothing. And then you'll see, look at what happened they do. Should any politician be campaigning they do? People should be angry. That should be protest, not even protest of against anybody, it's against politicians. We will not vote. There will be an election in our state. That's what the people should be saying. Because the rate of hunger now, if people like us can't afford diesel, you can imagine what's happening to my mother. And okay, but not put my mother, because I will defend my mother. Those who don't have children like us. I'm angry with the system.
Okay. So that's former Minister for Transportation, former River State Governor Rotimi Amaechi there, speaking on the issue of fuel scarcity and the fact that they're increasing again, in fact, have increased the fuel pump price a second time in a month. Yet we're still having to queue. And he's saying that you don't need to hit the streets to protest. You don't need to, do the whole hoorah. You can just decide that we're not coming out to vote. We're not going to do this. So everybody has a sit at home of sorts. Maybe the message will get to them clearly, but will it? Anyway, APC's Rotimi Amaechi said that he's angry with the way Nigerians are responding to the present economic problems. Amaechi made this known in a video interview On Wednesday, October 9, the former APC presidential aspirant stated that he expected youths to storm the streets and protest the disturbing cost of living, but he has not seen anything that shows that the masses are deeply affected by the hardship. Maybe the masses are not deeply affected by the hardship. Maybe we're still getting by. So, Mr. Amaechi, save your breath. But what are your thoughts on what the former minister had to say? Now, let's go to the NLC. The NLC is also in the news this afternoon. The NLC is saying that the presidency and the NNPC must... well, they're saying they should reverse immediately the petrol pump price. Yeah. But sincerely, what do you think the NLC or Labour in itself can really do to change the situation of things? Can they? Do they have the teeth? Or do they even have the voice for it? Is the question. And finally, here's some interesting statistics for you. Tinubu government has borrowed 6.45 billion naira from the World Bank so far. Now, the federal government under the leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has secured loans worth $6.45 billion from the World Bank in just 16 months. Now, the amount increased to the new figure following the recent approval of 3 new loans totaling 1.57 billion naira dollars, I beg your pardon, from the World Bank, and various projects in Nigeria is expected to increase further in the coming months. This was as the international lender, that's the World Bank, approved no fewer than 36 loan requests to the federal government, amounting to a substantial 24.088 billion within 5 years. These approvals, we hear, are aimed at financing various development projects nationwide, arriving alongside increasing concerns about the country's escalating debt profile, prompting questions about the sustainability of these financial commitments and their potential long-term effects on the economy. And I always really ask, these monies, what are they being used for? And are we seeing those things? Is there any form of development coming to the average Nigerian? Because, we're very quick to say, oh, there's inflation everywhere in the world. But NEPA know they take lights for those places. They have good roads. The transportation system is great. So you don't even have to drive your car if you don't want to. And people are not dependent on petrol to live as it is here in this country. So are these monies being put to good use? How has the Tinubu administration proven to us, you and me, that these monies are being put to use as opposed to jaye? These are the questions that we're asking. 0201 77 2770993. That's 0201 2770993. That's for the men. For the ladies, 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. On WhatsApp, it's 08095975805. You can join the conversation. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, and you can post your comment on Twitter. That's X. Use the hashtag HardFacts. We would love to hear from you. So go join the conversation. And if you're listening from outside of the country, you could join us from the diaspora. Even though they worry you as they worry us, you can. We would love to hear from you. Your 2 cents will matter. We're at Nigeria Info on Skype. It's 60 seconds you have. Please go straight to the point and make your point. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Aunt Maryann. My name is Moses from Aja.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say something concerning the level with the government. Maryann, you remember the time they stopped Ajiro when he was to fly abroad for a meeting? Mm-hmm. Immediately, they went for maybe interrogation interrogation. Ajiro promised at that very moment that the new increase of pump price we had to drop. But ever since they had that meeting and they released him, nothing about reversement of that pump price again. Now, what they are saying, reversal of the new pump price again, they will still invite him. And that will put an end to it. This Mr. President deceived them by this minimum wage. He started paying. The state people haven't received anything. He just only started as a national. Remember that this man increased the judiciary 300 whatever. He's going to receive that money by increasing in different areas.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Turn off your radio.
Maryann, I agree. Sorry. This will be calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead.
Again, we wrote to Amaechi. Let's take the message and leave the forget about the messenger. What he said is truth. You see, then now, what we the Southeasterners did by sitting at home, you see, people are imbibing on that particular way of protest by sitting at home. That would be the best form of protest for me. We sit at home, we don't do certain things. We don't need to go to the street and be making noise. Choose a way that is more that will hurt the government most. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. But how many people can do that? Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Maryann.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's your day been?
Good.
So, I want to talk about Mr. Amaechi.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it up to my neck. When people in power, while they are still active in power, don't do something that I would call a legacy that when they leave, we'll be able to refer to it. And they only see the lacuna they've caused when they are out of office. While when they were there, they ought to have done the needful. I see past presidents, governors, senators try to, stand aside and try to correct what they ought to have done while in office. Please, going forward, if they've got nothing to contribute to the quota in uplifting the nation, they shouldn't leave office and come and start telling us what they ought to have done from afar. I won't say anything more than that.
All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Okay.
No, your 60 seconds is over. Yes. Thank you for calling, Mr. Boli. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Action lady.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, this is Chris. For the former Minister of Transportation. Less than 2 years you leave office, you are complaining.
Mr. Chris, your radio is on. Turn it off, please.
Sorry, Jerry, action lady. Less than 2 years you leave office, you are complaining. Are you there, Maryann?
Mm-hmm.
You are with Buhari. Buhari used every one of you. You didn't do what you're supposed to do. That money you used in building railway to Daura, to where that country you build railway to. If you use it to fix the refinery in Port Harcourt, will you complain of diesel today? When I say we all are in for it, we will say, no, you are your own. For Ajeru, I've said it. I never believe in Ajeru. The ball is in our court. We are waiting for Ajeru to fight for us. Let's allow this man, that 8 years, because I'm sure he's going to use 8 years. But come that 2027, if we refuse to stand our feet on the ground, we all will continue suffering and we all are in for it. Thank you, Action Lady.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, my name is Peter Monse, calling from Mushin. How are you?
I'm fine. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah. For Amaechi, you see, this is what I always advocate, the Constitution. I think we should make sure we write a new Constitution that will make it mandatory that once you want to leave the government, you render account for what you've done. Mm-hmm. And then in the new Constitution, we should insert the responsibility of the elders, that if our ordinary Nigerians cannot call the past leaders to question, those past leaders, their colleagues should be able to call them to question. By now, Amaechi should be answering questions on how he run the government with Buhari for 8 years. And then Tinubu should sit up. Where is he today?
He didn't necessarily run the government with Buhari. He ran a ministry.
His day is coming. His day is coming. All of them, including this Tinubu, his day is coming. He will talk to us and we will talk to him.
Okay.
And God will talk to them at the end of their life.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. If you're just joining us, the program is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're broadcasting live from our audio-visual studios right here in Itimian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. And it's still Customer Service Week. It's been a very beautiful week, and we're still thanking all those who do business with us. We appreciate you. Anyway, we're still taking your thoughts and comments on the stories that are making headlines on our national dailies, on social media, and whatever is trending. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, has been trending. Yes, it has been trending.
Angry with the citizens. Yeah, I've said it several times. You can't see a group of people stealing your money, impoverishing you. You can't buy fuel, you can't buy anything, nothing. And then you're see, look at what happened in Edo. Should any politician be campaigning in Edo? People should be angry. There should be protests, not even protests of against anybody, it's against politicians. We will not vote. There will be an election in our state. That's what the people should be saying. Because the rate of hunger now, if people like us can't afford diesel, you can imagine what's happening to my mother. And okay, but we don't put my.
So even the former minister is saying he can't afford diesel? People like me were in trouble then. Don't forget, you can send your messages to us on WhatsApp. We'd like to hear from you. On WhatsApp, it's 0809-5975805. On Skype, you can join us if you're listening from outside of the country. We are Nigeria Info FM on Skype. So go ahead and join the conversation. We'd like to hear from you. On the other side of the clock, I would like to play an audio from the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association and what they're saying about the NNPC on this new price regime. Stay with us. It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info.
If you love conversations,
where else can you get it? Then, the station best in talk.
That's why education is the main thing. Once you kill education, you can control the people.
Africans just like to blame things.
It's our constitution ban military from intervention in the government.
Yeah, if you want to destroy any country, kill the education. It's as simple as that.
Former terrorists who are undergoing rehabilitation are now saying that the government's promised to pay them
more conversation, more talk, more right after this. It's Customer Service Week, and here at Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio, we want to appreciate our reputable clients for your constant and continuous patronage.
MTN, Nestle, Coca-Cola, Guinness Nigeria PLC, Airtel Nigeria, Bet King, Total Nigeria, Spotify, Techno, Chi Limited, Twinnies, Echo Supreme, FC Ramco, Caraway Foods, Stanbic IBTC, Standard Chartered, Amazon, Emirate Airline, MultiChoice, Netflix, Nigerian Breweries, Access Bank, AXA Mansard, Tolaram Groups, Nai Mobile, First Bank, Union Bank, Jack Daniels, DKT Nigeria, Perfecti, Echo Supreme, Google, P&G, Harrison Thermal Heater, Jumia, Burger King, Bastion Health, Cremella, and many others. We want to thank you for your patronage and assure you of our continuous outstanding service delivery as always, and also offer you more packages to serve you better.
Attention, all secondary schools, get ready to speak up, stand out, and make your voice heard. I beg to differ. Secondary School Debate Tournament Season 8 is here. If you have the passion, the skills, and the will to win, this is your moment. Auditions for this year's season ends Sunday, October 13th, 2024. Don't miss this chance to compete with the brightest minds in Lagos. How to enter? Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg to Differ banner on the homepage. Choose only one out of 3 topics listed. Argue 2 minutes in favor of and 2 minutes against the topic you chose. Upload your 4-minute recording in MP3 format. Fill in your other details and submit. This is open to secondary school students between the ages of 13 and 16. Register now and prove that you have what it takes to be an I Beg to Differ champion. I Beg to Differ Debate Season 8, the Tournament of Champions.
.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court sitting in Tafawa Balewa Square has
Chicago certificate story is never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
Her husband was not a magician, and she was meeting campaign with her husband, knowing that.
You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're back. It's still the big three on Hard Facts. It's a Thursday, and we are looking at some interesting stories. In case you're just joining us, this is 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Maryann Okon. NLC is demanding the immediate reversal of newly increased petrol prices. The Labour leader warned that the increase would deepen poverty, further depress industrial productivity, and increase job losses. Is anyone listening? Tinubu's government borrowed $6.45 billion from World Bank in 16 months. What are these monies being put to? Can we see it? Can we feel it? And of course, former Minister for Transport and former presidential candidate for the APC and former governor of River State, Rotimi Amaechi, is in the news, and he's saying that he doesn't understand the silence of Nigerians amidst this biting economic hardship. And he's been in a video that's been trending all through yesterday into today. What are your thoughts? 0201 2770993 0201 2770993 if you are a man. For the ladies, 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. On WhatsApp, you could send me a message. It's 08095975805. You could join the conversation. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. We're Nigeria Info FM. I would love to read from you on our live stream, so go ahead and post your comments because this is what we're all about. But before I go back to the phone lines, let me go to social media. I've got to read some messages coming in from you. This one says, you see, Maryann, you see the world is like a standing fan blowing. When he was in power, talking about Amaechi, he enjoyed it all. He should relax and wail like us. He should also protest. We have done our own. Cheke from Imo State. Okay, Cheke. This one says, Nigeria NLC is the worst in the world. Why? What do you mean? They have totally lost their power because of the greed and selfish interest. They should go and sit down. They can only bark but not bite. Olusoga, are you a member of the NLC? If you're not a member of the NLC, don't expect them to fight for you. What do you mean? Anyway, someone here says, Ebilade Ambo from Badagry says, we know the pattern. Cost scarcity that will last for days. Then the people will get tired of queuing for petrol at the filling station and accept the new price of petrol. APC is playing Nigerians like Ludo and what? Two Siki, last card and check up. This one says, good afternoon, Nigeria Info. Tinubu and his administration lack the capacity to take Nigerians to the promised land. We must come together and flush them out in 2027. They've created more hardship on us than ever. Oboy Utodo from Lekki. Well, before 2027 comes, how many of us are going to be alive till then? Because it's like the hunger is biting hard. This one says, good afternoon, Maryann. This is Rotimi from Okota. Anytime President Tinubu wants to increase fuel price, he jets out of the country. Who else has noticed this? I didn't know that. This one says, sit-at-home protest is the best option for this government. Mr. B from Ikorodu. Good afternoon. Please tell Amaechi to hide his face and hush. It was his same party, Buhari, he worked tirelessly for. He spent the state tax money to support and fund the worst of us, and now he's quick to spill gibberish. Tell him to lead the protest with his immediate family members, then we will know that he's serious. This guy go and marry your evil politicians. They should have been in jail. In the same country. Fuel is 1,065 naira in my area. Happy customer service week. Mercy from Maza. Hi, Mercy. I hope you're having a great day. This one says, good afternoon, Maryann. I strongly oppose the idea of allowing the APC run another 8 years. Let us come out and vote. Chima from Surulere. Election is not till 2027. In the meantime, how market? Tell former Governor Amaechi that we hear him, but that he should remember that he just finished serving a regime that had little or no respect for the rule of law, and the present one is not much different. They are arm-twisting citizens and weaponizing hunger, as we have gradually all become Almajiris. They call for rotational presidency. The call for rotational presidency is sensible, but not when you have pretentious and greedy people as lawmakers in charge. They will surely scuttle everything and create more confusion. Steve from Ijaniki. Larry here says, good afternoon, Maryann. I'm in support of the fact that all of us should stay at home and down tools in response to the increase in fuel pump price. To be honest, we might think that it will be difficult, but if we put our minds to it, irrespective of whether we are captains of industries or an employee, I tell you, all of us are feeling it. Yes, if Amaechi cannot buy diesel, my dear, it's gonna be a tough something. He says, unfortunately, they will not allow us to protest, but I feel that the weapon we can use is to down tools. For crying out loud, 99% or 98% of Nigerians are feeling the heat. It is now the rich that are crying. We need to mobilize ourselves to achieve this. Okay, Larry. This one says, good afternoon. Look, the former minister Amaechi is not different from the present Senate President Akbabi, who's always flippant with his whole body. So I don't take him serious. Second base, Jerry. Boyson from Afromedia, thank you. This one's from Simon in Owonikoko. He says, Amaechi is saying people should protest by not coming out to vote for politicians. He has forgotten that their crooked supporters, INEC and the kangaroo judiciary, will force them into office. And do the people vote really count in Nigeria? Okay. This one says, until we all get up and take this country from politicians' hands, we're all in for it. I will do. From Ajegunle. Okay, I'll do. This one says, good afternoon, Maryann. The economic rulers are the ones responsible for the fuel hike, biting the masses on per second billing. Nigerians should be more focused on inventing alternatives rather than complaining on the radio. Ahmed, what alternative have you invented? I'd really love to hear it. I could create a whole segment for you to educate us. Maybe we could learn from you. Welcome to Hard Facts. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
My name is Robert.
Hi, Robert. Go ahead, please.
So Amaechi can cry a bit.
The rich also cry, love.
The that he was building to Niger, has he forgotten?
Mm-hmm.
Of what economic benefit is that to Nigeria now? Rather than those people are coming to Nigeria as bandits and terrorists. Then the University of Transport he built in Daura with the hope that Buhari will hand over power to him. Why
did he tell you that he was building it hoping that Buhari would hand over power to him? How do you guys come up with these things?
Miriam, I've been following politics for a very long time. Amaechi was thinking that Buhari will hand over power to him. That was all those eye service he was doing then. You understand? Now, he said he expect people to protest. Why can't he storm the street and protest now? Is he not a human being? So one day he didn't think that will come and meet us, Abi. He thinks he will stay in Abuja forever.
All right. Thank you, Robert, for calling. Your 60 seconds is over. I appreciate it. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Maruka from Pestac.
Maruka Kikwana.
What is I'm confused. Amaechi, look, 10 years ago, 2013, because I googled it to confirm it. This Amaechi, even when he was in government, said if you Nigerians, the masses can throw stone, can react, we politicians will stop stealing. It's there. It's Google, you see it. 10 years later, he's saying, you people need to act because we are so passive. That's why these things are happening. What's wrong with Nigerians? He is putting his political. He's not at good terms with Tinubu. So this could mean setting ACC against him. But he has spoken up. You can imagine former senators, former ministers, everybody speaking up. That somebody like Saraki speaking up. Somebody. Everybody.
Why do we have to wait for politicians who are well off than us?
You don't understand.
Who are not suffering to speak up? Why do you wait for them to speak up?
Why are people picking at him? He's protesting.
But they reserve a right to do so if they want to.
So
they have a right to.
Sure, want to organize protests. People will pick at him. It's unfair.
Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Whoever decides.
Take the message.
Okay. Thank you for calling, Maduka. Whoever decides what's fair and what's not. The truth is, anyone can pick away at anything that any politician says, as long as they belong to that echelon of the elitist group, the 1% that's living better off than the average Nigerian who's suffering and still having to tighten their belt and still having to buy fuel at a lot more. I mean, imagine how much my salary is, and I'm spending almost 60% of my salary on transportation, on buying fuel and doing all of those things. What's left for you to eat? What's left for you to feed, pay your house rent and pay your other bills? Because you can't, it's not just fuel that you're going to survive on. And then when you complain, they say, send them rice. We're going to sell rice to you at first. Are we going to chew the rice like chicken? Really. Can you tell Nigerians not to shout on Amaechi or shout on any politician? You really can't, right? They have a right to. Hello.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Prince Wise. Good to see you from Abuwadofri.
Prince Wise, how are you doing? Go ahead, please.
I'm very okay, my dear. You see, Amaechi, for me, he has right to talk. But those leaders, if you can enter Aso Rock and tell to Mr. President, you can disagree at that table talk, you can agree. At the end of the day, you agree. The common to say your newspaper talking, I see him in champion doesn't last forever. Maybe when he lost out, not talking to the people, wake up, do this, do that. All those leaders, if you have an opportunity to enter and knock Castle Rock, nobody will tell you back. That's exactly for you to go and observe Mr. President to do the need be of Nigeria. Like what is going on now, Maryann. We are not happy with this petrol problem. We want Mr. President to call all those engineers, the contractor that handle our refinery, go to Aso Rock, ask them a question.
Okay.
How many percent they completion? Is it going to work or is it not going to work?
I have to let you go because of time.
All those contractors handle our refinery.
All right. Thank you very much, Prince Wise, for calling. I do appreciate your thoughts. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. If you're watching us live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, post your comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you're listening to us from outside of the country via our mobile app, you can call us via Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM. I'd like to go to Facebook quickly and read some of the messages coming in on Facebook, and then of course I'll come back to the phone lines. Everybody has to have a fair hearing on the show today. While I try to get to Facebook, let me go to X because there are messages coming in on X. I'll start with X. Okay, this one here says they cannot do anything, and I don't know what this means, but I'm gonna skip it because Joy Forever here says everyone only sees the solutions to Nigeria's problems after leaving the dining table of sweet and wine. Amaechi is only winning us so he can't buy diesel. Let's continue, Jerry. As for NLC, they're only barking, no action will follow. Game Boy here says, in my opinion, Labour isn't relevant considering the fact that they let it slide from day one. It is obvious the loans were not meant for developmental projects, rather for them to feast on. For Amaechi, he knows very well that we are a defeated people already. Are you a defeated people? Because I'm not defeated. But if you agree to, lump yourself up in the defeatist mentality, so long, my brother. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go to Skype and take a quick call from Uche. Hello, Uche. Where are you calling us from?
All right.
Uche, you need to turn off the app that you're listening to us from and let me take this call, all right?
If you're watching us live.
Okay, well, Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, my sister?
I'm fine, thank you.
I just actually just tuned in and I listened to that caller who said something about Nigerians not throwing stones at Amaechi for his comments. See, Maryann, in life, there are times when the message is more important than the messenger. Amaechi may have, wined and dined with his colleagues while he was in government. He did all kinds of rubbish, building refinery, what's it called again? Train station from Nigeria to Niger that is of no value, But the issue is, the man is making a point. Let's listen to the message. Later, we can deal with the messenger in his own, pay him back in his own coin. But let's listen to the message. The way Nigeria is at the moment, if we continue to keep quiet and fold our hands, it will. The truth is, it will definitely get worse. The question is, at what point do we take action? Because if you leave these politicians, my goodness, they will ruin that country. I am telling you the truth. They will ruin that country. Already, they don't even care what is going on. Look at the increase in petroleum products. Almost, how many times in 3 months now? Every single day, people wake up to the fact that prices of things are going up, cost of living is going high, and these people are just insensitive, taking trips all over the world. So let's listen to what Amaechi is saying. Later, we can deal with him as a politician or as a person. But for now, the message is important.
All right.
Thank you, Maryann. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Che, for calling. I do appreciate it. So I'm going to go to Facebook Live now to read some of the messages that are coming in. Kehinde Okpe here says, this is the same Amaechi that financed Buhari's presidency for bad 8 years in government. When Shawore started the revolution now, during Amaechi as a minister, he never said anything to the extent that Shawore was in prison. Let Amaechi lead the protest. I will follow him. NLC is just part of the government. Most of them are having filling stations. The civil servants who collided with politicians to milk the country dry because they all work in this because they all work in these ministries. We have 46 ministries, nothing is working, and the yearly budget is being allocated and nothing is working, he says. Patrick Obiazo here says, if you understand the typical Nigerian, they will rather go after the messenger, Amaechi, instead of answering the critical question. They think Amaechi, however poor, will be in the same league of suffering with us. Very unfortunate. On Labour, they had sold their protest for 70,000 naira minimum wage. Tinubu collected World Bank loan to service his lavish lifestyle and that of the government officials. Chimex Ndubisi here says, good afternoon, Nigeria Info. I'm just speechless because talks can't solve anything at this stage. Otherwise, God touches the hearts of our leaders. Bayo Olalekon here says, he's just trying to play to our intelligence that he cannot afford diesel. How can you be former governor and minister for combined 16 years and you can't afford it? Now, Lamba and Mechi, they give us so. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Frank. I'm calling from Ojoana.
Go ahead.
I'm happy to hear the voice of Prince YS. He's my friend. And I have not heard the voice of Solomon and David Alaba and Etim from Satellite. My regards to them. Let them call. Let me hear their voices, okay? And for Amaechi, if Amaechi wants to laugh Nigerians, let it come out fully to laugh at us. And mind you, tomorrow, if this can pop up, Amaechi will deny that he did not say anything. He has been doing it even when they fought railway. He denied what he said during that time. Are you getting it? He cannot afford to buy diesel. 8 years governor and 8 years minister. He cannot afford. Where is Ojus Okano? Say no to protest. Leave him.
All right.
And for people that is saying...
your 60 seconds is over. I'm so sorry.
You cannot allow me to land my talk.
No, sir. It's 60 seconds. You were using 30 seconds to greet your friends. Now I can't just let you continue talking. Other people are waiting. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, Usman. Go ahead.
This now line and no small thing though to get a man easy thing. See, I want to greet all these APC supporters. Let them keep calling to support this. I don't know what to put it now. Look at the country now. 2015, everybody's eating well. They say, no, we don't want to eat well. We need the APC. People came. They asked us to change. We don't even want to say, where are we changing to? Look at the country. Turn the country upside down. And they are still calling. Since about this useless property. See now, I'm a doctor now. To buy, I go buy for a 10,000. I go make 10,000. Is that work? People are still calling. I support Amaechi. What Amaechi say is good.
All right.
People, they are not hungry. They are hungry. They will come out and protest.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate you because of time, I have to keep it moving. Okay. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Andrea, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
This is Madam Ifi.
Madam Ifi.
How you doing?
Okay. You know you have toasters from yesterday. Plenty toasters.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You see, I'm just reading in the newspaper that some people are advocating for bicycle. That we should be riding bicycle to work.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
So the girls that are going to work now, all that they are long tight gown, they use and drive bicycle. And they say when you drive bicycle for the men, it gives them low sperm count.
Oh God, come on! Where do you guys come up with this? Come on!
Yes.
It doesn't.
I'm just reading it.
It doesn't.
That's why I read that just now. So all these bicycle when they say maybe we come the buy and trekking, they want to subject us to unnecessary trekking. I don't understand this government. 1,000 per liter. Maryann, maybe by the time you go to market on Saturday to be 7,500.
I'm not even going to market. You see, I cannot afford to go to market anymore. Please, can we not talk about it? Thank you and God bless. Thank you for calling. I cooked soup last weekend. I'm not even near the market again. What? I will manage myself. I cannot come and kill myself and die. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Oh, apologies. Do call me back if that was you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, wow.
Now, wow.
I beg now, wow for you. My name is Altinesha.
Altine, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm great.
Okay, Auntie Ify, I dey greet you. My birthday mate. Siva, I don't know what is wrong with Nigerians. What is wrong with what Amaechi? Is Amaechi not saying the fact? Is it not the truth? Are we not so docile? Are we not? Now, somebody came up and said since 1930, 10 years ago, Amaechi has been saying the same thing. Is it not the truth? Like Uche said.
Maybe we don't like the truth.
Yes, there are times you just have to, take the message and leave the messenger. The messenger can be dealt with at a later time. It's just like what Obasanjo, most times when Obasanjo writes his letter, everybody starts criticizing him. And Shebi he was the president one time like that. Why did he do this? Why did he do that? Why are we like this, Nigerians? It is because of the way we are. That is why our leaders take us this way. That is why they are dealing with us like this. It is because, that is the truth. We are so docile. We can just take anything, and somebody is telling us he's a member of the APC. He's telling us the truth, and we are saying no. Why should he say?
Okay, Azine, thank you for calling. Your time is up. Let me read a message here on YouTube Live. Seguilola Ser here says, Madam Ifi, the bicycle riding should start from our senators, the House of Rep members. I would love to see Akpabi on a bicycle. I really mean to laugh. I would like to see Benjamin Kalu on the bike and Vice President Kashim baby. I'd like to see him on a bicycle. That would be lovely. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon. I'm Mercy from Beribe.
This was because it sweet me like in my. If he pay you, go to court. Mr. Frank, I hear you. Anybody, why they
I hear you too.
Go to court. You go drive the bicycle inside the swimming pool of our road. Take on let easy. What in there? Not the bicycle. You don't go buy fuel now. There's the road I want to use the bicycle.
Which road are you going to use bicycle? Is it that your bad Berigbe road that you use bicycle on?
Never ready, my dear. But anybody where they pay, may go to court. God bless you, my dear sister.
Thank you very much for calling. I'm going to take this quick call from Simon because I have just a minute. Hello, Simon. Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, good evening, Maryann. I'm calling you guys from Belgium.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with us, we Nigerians, because I can remember during Jonathan time when Tunde Bakari, I don't know if he's still alive.
What do you mean by that? Is he pastor of a church in Lagos? What do you mean?
No, because why I'm asking this, during Jonathan time, he has I think he formed an organization that saved Nigerian soul, and always they used to protest in Ojota, and that time things were still okay, but now all of them are keeping so silent. That means something is wrong somewhere, Miriam. We should hold those guys accountable. Those guys that protested during Jonathan time.
Okay.
Please.
All right, Simon, thank you very much for calling. And I'm almost out of time. I just want to quickly play you a clip. This is what the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria is saying about the NNPC. They're saying that they're being owed. And this is what they said. They said, this is how much they said they're being owed.
What I want to know, because you complained about how much is NNPC owing you and your members of your association?
Roughly now, they are owing us almost getting.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to try and play that again. But they're owing them about 50 billion. I've got to go, Lagos. My goodness. They're saying that the NNPC needs to give them back their monies that they've been holding for 3 months so they can buy directly from Dangote, because NNPC can't buy from Dangote between 800 and 900 and sell to them for 1,010. How much are they going to sell it? Do you see where our problem is? We'll go on a quick break. When I come back, I'll play the full audio for you, okay?
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
It's Customer Service Week, and here at Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, and Ariwa Radio, we want to appreciate our reputable clients for your constant and continuous patronage.
Flour Mills, Globalcom, Cadbury, Unilever, Promasidol, International Breweries, PepsiCo Foods, PZ Cousins Limited, Sterling Bank, Pernod Ricard, Infinix, Bloom, House on the Rock, Aula Foods, Avon HMO, Leadway Assurance, InDrive, Bajaj, TGI Groups, Reliance HMO, ARM Pension, Hares Insurance, SBC, Hypo Home Care Products, Reckitt, UAC CAP, 9PSB, TOEFL, Mobile, Eco Revenue Summit, Bigger Paint, and many others. We want to thank you for your patronage and assure you of our continuous outstanding service delivery as always, and also offer you more packages to serve you better.
Celebration at Freedom Park, Lagos in its 12th year brings you 7 days of live music, dance, arts, fashion, and you. Inspired by and in celebration of Fela, a festival of music for musicians by musicians and lovers of the arts. Join us from Monday 14th through Sunday the 28th of October 2024 for Celebration at Freedom Park, Lagos, the Old Broad Street Prison, Lagos Island. Entry is 1,000 naira only and the show time is 6 p.m. daily. Let's make history together. Call 0702-504-4601 or 0907-158-7412 for inquiries. Celebration 2024. Look and laugh.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're back. It's still hard facts. We're about to conclude this conversation, but Here we go again. Let's give it another try. Let's listen to what Ipman is saying.
What I want to know, because you complained about how much is NNPC owing you and your members of your association?
Roughly now, they are owing us almost getting...
Oh, my God. My audio is seizing, and I don't know why. I want people to hear how many billion they are owing. Because this is why we are where we are. We're still queuing. And Iban is saying, give us our money. Give it back to us. Let's do what we want to do with our money. Let's go and buy from Dangote. How can you? Okay, you say you are no longer a middleman. Why are you telling us how much to buy from you? We don't want to buy from you. There's now freedom. There's proper deregulation. Allow us to buy by ourselves. Instead of you telling us where to buy, how much to buy. I'm going to try to get someone from Ipman next week on Hard Facts so we can talk about this in, earnest.
What I want to know, because you complained about how much is NNPC owing you and your members of your association?
Roughly now, they are owing us almost getting to 15 billion naira.
15 billion. And I remember one of the presenters saying it's just about maybe 20 naira over or 100 naira over or something ridiculous. It's not a lot of money. And he said, well, when you count everything, it's a lot of money. So give us our money and we'll go to Dangote and buy directly. It makes it easier for us. Well, that's the big three. We're going to go on a break. On the other side of the clock, we're going to Ghana. Join us.
Your say in what we say.
We talk the talk.
People are making so much money. All the money Buhari borrowed to fight insurgency are in people's pockets.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's